Federal Occupational Safety and Health Administration requires formal training for all lift truck operators. Above all, you must always be trained and authorized before you operate any powered industrial lift truck. Your Raymond lift truck is designed to comply with all applicable standards, including the ANSI ITSDF B56.1 standard. The Raymond Model 7000 Reach Series truck is used in narrow aisle environments for product storage and retrieval. The truck is used to transport material outside the storage aisle, and it can also be used on loading docks and in tractor trailers. The Model 7000 Series Reach truck is available as a universal stance lift truck well suited for the widest range of use. There is also a dock stance version that is best suited for short travel and short lift height applications. Your lift truck should not be used as a maintenance vehicle unless it is equipped with an appropriate platform to accommodate the worker. A pallet is not an approved platform. Your truck may be equipped with an optional secondary control handle that is available for the Universal Stance model. The handle offers convenient travel control of the lift truck when you operate from the tractor first position. The open view design of the mast gives you a wide field of vision when traveling forks first. Before you operate your new Raymond lift truck, be sure to read the operator manual for the truck. The manual and the accompanying wall chart have useful information that's specific to the safe operation of your lift truck. The owner manual also includes a Principles of Safe Operation disc that should be reviewed as a supplement to this training. If your operator or owner manual gets lost or damaged, you can always obtain a replacement from any Raymond dealer. Also, read and obey all warning and instructions that are on or come with your lift truck. These include the warnings and instructions found on the main warning decal of your lift truck. The decal is posted in the operator compartment because the information is so important to the proper use of your truck. The operator display provides valuable information to the operator about the truck's status and operation. Items such as battery state of charge, load weight, date, time, and temperature can all be readily displayed and arranged by the operator. These and other features mean the Raymond 7000 Series Reach truck is designed for safe and efficient material handling. This program focuses on three essential components of the safe operation of this lift truck. First, the performance of the operator daily inspection and checklist. Second, safe travel procedures with the lift truck. And third, proper load handling procedures to be followed with the Model 7000 Series truck. Performing a daily inspection is critical to the safe operation of the Model 7000 Series Reach truck. The daily inspection includes both visual and operational checks on the condition of the lift truck. Using a checklist will help you cover all of the features and functions of the lift truck. You should complete both parts of the operator's daily checklist at the beginning of each shift and before operating that truck. Federal law requires daily checks. Report any malfunction or unsafe condition to your supervisor. Do not operate this lift truck until it is repaired. Let's begin the inspection with the visual check. This is done with the key in the off position. Check the battery. It should be in good condition and the correct size and weight for the truck. The battery cables should be sound and the connector shouldn't be cracked or broken. The gate must be firmly in place. Inspect the forks, load backrest, hoses, limit switches, and chains for excessive wear or damage. The chain should be tight when fully lowered, and the forks should not be dragging on the floor. Make sure the forks are locked in place. Examine the truck's wheels and tires for signs of wear, chunking, or bond failure. Make sure sufficient tread remains. Check all of the controls on the handle as well as the deadman pedal. They should all move freely without binding, and they should return to neutral when released. The multifunction control handle is used to operate the travel and load handling functions of the vehicle. The horn button is also located on the handle. The button is an essential safety device. The steering wheel or tiller controls truck steering. Examine the mast, tractor, and base legs for cracks or damage. Examine the overhead guard, mast guard, and all covers for damage. Make sure all the warning and safety decals are in place and legible. When operating your lift truck, remember the operator compartment and the controls provide multiple points of stability for the operator. With 2 feet on the compartment floor, 2 hands on the controls, and multiple lean points in the compartment, you are safely within the confines of the lift truck. Always stay within the operator compartment when you operate the lift truck. Never put any part of your body between the mast uprights or outside of the compartment at any time. This includes your hands, feet, arms, legs, head, and torso. When operating your lift truck, make sure you have a clear view of the path of travel at all times. If the load blocks your view, face away from the load and travel with forks trailing. The design of the operator compartment and controls is intended to make this possible. Keep in mind that your loaded lift truck weighs several thousand pounds, 3 to 4 times that of an automobile. Even at slower speeds, the lift truck will exert significantly more force in a collision situation. The lift truck can stop quickly with the use of the dead man pedal. Trying to use a hand or foot to help stop will have absolutely no effect on stopping the truck. Serious injury will result. Always stay in the compartment until the lift truck comes to a complete stop. The open rear design of the operator compartment permits easy entry and exit for the operator. This is especially important in the event of a tip-over or off-dock situation with the lift truck. From this point, as you continue with the operational check of the truck, do so with the key in the on position. When you turn the key on, the truck will perform a self-test. The self-test must complete successfully before you proceed. Fault codes limit or disable one or more functions until the problem is corrected. If a fault code appears, first try to clear it by turning the key switch off and on. If this does not clear the code, or if the same code reappears at any time after rekeying the truck, then call an authorized service technician to correct the problem. Do not operate this lift truck before correcting the problem. Check the hour meters and record the information as necessary on the checklist. Operate the steering by turning the wheel fully in both directions. The steering wheel or tiller controls truck steering. You should be familiar with how your truck steers. You can drive the truck either forks first or tractor first. Test the horn. It should be clearly audible. If your truck is equipped with a secondary handle, you should test the horn button on it also. Always operate the lift truck slowly and in an open area until you are familiar with the controls. Test the forward and reverse directions and the plugging operation of the truck. The lift truck should travel and change directions smoothly. Test the functions of the secondary control handle too. Caution! Your lift truck does not steer like an automobile. When you turn the lift truck steering wheel, the tractor swings out. Make sure you have enough room for the tractor to swing when turning. Make sure the dead man brake works properly. By traveling 2 to 3 miles per hour in an open area, the empty truck should stop in 2 to 4 feet. The dead man pedal serves 2 important functions. When you step on the pedal, it enables the lift truck's travel function, and when you lift up the pedal, the brake is engaged. The use of the dead man pedal is critical in any situation that requires an emergency stop. Remember to hold the pedal down with only 1 foot. You have to be able to lift up the pedal quickly in an emergency. Do so by releasing the floor pedal. Always keep all parts of your body inside the operator's compartment until the lift truck comes to a complete stop. Operate the lift, lower, side shift, tilt, reach and retract functions. They should all work smoothly without hang-up or binding. Test the emergency power off button. Hitting the button should shut off power to the truck. The emergency power off button is important because it interrupts power to the truck in the event of a serious malfunction. The button should not be used as a substitute for the dead man brake. Inspect any optional equipment on the truck. There may be features like travel alarms, working lights, warning lights, vertical posts, rear operator guard, floor spotlight, or operator compartment sensor system. If your truck is equipped with OCSS, you should test both sensor beams. A daily inspection is required by OSHA regulation. Always inspect the lift truck prior to the start of each shift. A checklist is provided with the truck to assist you with the inspection process. The daily checklist should be completed as you begin your shift. A regular inspection also benefits you by helping to identify possible problems with the lift truck before they can become more serious. If you uncover any problems with the truck during the inspection, report them to the appropriate person. Be sure any and all problems are fixed before you operate the lift truck. Do not operate a lift truck that is unsafe in any way. Always operate the Model 7000 Series reach truck from the proper position for the lift truck. Do not drive with any part of your body outside the confines of the operator compartment, and do not allow riders at any time. There may be obstacles, traffic, or pedestrians that could make the situation hazardous. Proper operation of your lift truck requires that you remain fully in the operator's compartment at all times, and the design of your truck aids this by the size and configuration of the compartment. Never exit the compartment until you come to a complete stop. This is an important element of your training as an operator. Exception: if your lift truck starts to tip or fall off a dock or dockboard, get off the truck immediately and move quickly away. If the truck tips over with you inside, you could be seriously injured or killed. Always keep pedestrians safe. Other people in your area or facility might not know how this lift truck works. Always yield the right of way to pedestrians. Do not rely on warning lights or audible alarms to notify pedestrians of your presence. Always stop and sound the horn when you approach intersections, crosswalks, doorways, when exiting trailers, or whenever your view is obstructed. Keep a clear view. Make eye contact with pedestrians and acknowledge the right of way before proceeding. Do not assume that pedestrians are never present in areas intended or marked as only for lift trucks. Be aware of pedestrians in adjacent aisles when storing or retrieving a load at height. Slow down in areas of high foot traffic. Your truck may be equipped with the operator compartment sensor system. This is one of the many features referenced in the Raymond Features brochure. Please consult with your Raymond dealer if you have any questions about any of these special features. This system uses multiple light beam sensors embedded in rear operator compartment housings. The sensors span the entry to the compartment. The purpose of this system is to reinforce your training regarding the need to assume and maintain the proper operating position. The sensor system will prevent or interrupt travel if you are not fully in the compartment while operating the lift truck. The sensor system cannot prevent a person from stepping or placing a foot outside the operator compartment. When the truck is stationary, it will not travel if the sensor system is blocked or interrupted by any part of your body when you attempt either forward or reverse travel. The operator display will scroll a message of the condition and an alarm tone will sound. You must remove the obstruction from the sensors and return the control handle to neutral to reset the travel function. When the sensors are blocked or the beams are not seen or emitted at key on, a tone sounds, a message scrolls on the operator display, and the truck will not travel. If the sensors are blocked or interrupted when traveling, the truck will decelerate to a stop. If the truck is stationary, it will not allow travel until the object blocking the sensor is removed or the beam is seen or emitted. The operator compartment sensor system is designed to assist you with proper operating practices. It is not a substitute for safe behavior. The sensor system cannot prevent a person from stepping or placing a foot outside the operator compartment. The Raymond iWarehouse Fleet Optimization System is a customizable solution that monitors, analyzes, and secures material handling assets. iWarehouse uses valuable truck data to assist your customer in making informed decisions about their fleet. The iWarehouse system also allows customers to take action against equipment abuse and unauthorized usage by helping prevent unauthorized access, configuring vehicle parameters by operator, and messaging key personnel with important information. Certain load handling situations require more light than that provided by existing warehouse lighting systems. Work area lights provide light to illuminate dimly lit storage areas. As a consequence, a working light may thereby reduce operator eye strain and increase productivity. The lights are individually adjustable by the operator to the application requirements. In certain environments of use, there is a heightened risk that objects such as bar stock, lumber, pipe, and similar materials may protrude into the operator's compartment. The rear guard is available to provide additional protection against incidental intrusions, which may occur in narrow aisles during slow maneuvering. It will not provide protection against all intrusions, particularly those that can result from significant impacts. The full-length rear guard is designed to protect the operator's lower body. The guards are not intended to force the operator to remain in the compartment. In a typical work environment of use, operators of stand-up, narrow aisle trucks must get on and off many times during a shift for a variety of reasons. Because of the operator's frequent entrances and exits from the operator's compartment, and to facilitate ease of entering and exiting Raymond forklifts, they have been designed in their standard configuration with an open back so as to minimize obstructions and interference. In the case of an emergency, such as the unit tipping over or going off a dock, the operator's unobstructed and rapid exit from the operator's compartment is very important. In such emergencies, the operator is better off leaving the vehicle than staying with it and riding out the occurrence. Increasing the time required to exit the truck will dramatically increase the risk of serious injury to the operator. Accordingly, rear guards are not recommended for units operating on or near loading docks. Remember to wear the recommended safety equipment for your company. Make sure you always have a clear view of the travel path when operating the lift truck. For both safety and stability, keep the forks as low as possible when traveling. If the load blocks your view, face away from the load and travel with forks trailing. The design of the operator compartment and controls is intended to make this possible. Use the control handle and plugging procedure to maneuver the truck, change direction, and to stop under normal conditions. Under all travel conditions, the truck shall be operated at a speed that will permit it to be brought to a stop in a safe manner. Stay inside the compartment and make sure the truck has stopped completely before getting off. Stepping off the truck before it has stopped is dangerous. Always use the dead man pedal to stop the truck quickly in an emergency. Make sure to always keep one foot free of the dead man pedal at all times. Remain in the compartment in any collision situation. The compartment of the lift truck is the safest place to be. When at intersections or other areas where your view is blocked, you should always stop, sound the horn, look in all directions, and then proceed slowly. Remember that pedestrians always have the right of way. Reduce your speed when turning and when traveling over uneven or rough surfaces. If your Model 7000 series reach truck was about to tip over, you should quickly step off and away from the direction of the tip to avoid serious injury. Operating on a ramp or incline is permissible with the Model 7000 series reach truck. For improved stability, Always travel with the load upgrade when traveling up or down the ramp. Travel slowly and keep the load raised just enough to clear the ramp surface and tilted back against the truck's load backrest. If the truck is empty, then you should travel with the forks downgrade when traveling up or down the ramp. Never attempt to turn on a ramp. The truck could tip over. And never park a lift truck on a ramp. The truck could roll free. Always park your lift truck in an approved area that will not block aisles, traffic, or pedestrian travel. Remember that before exiting the operator compartment, you should lower the forks, turn the truck off, and remove the key. If you leave this lift truck unattended, disconnect the battery connector. Always be aware of the lifting capacity of your lift truck. You should know how much weight the Model 7000 Series reach truck is capable of handling safely, and do not exceed the capacity of the truck. Review the specification plate if you have questions about the capacity of your truck. The plate is on or near the operator compartment. The lift truck's specification plate lists the maximum loads permitted at various heights. Transport secure, stable loads. Avoid moving loads that are uneven or loosely stacked. Use extra care with tall, long, or wide loads. If the load blocks your view, be sure to travel with the load trailing. For stability, keep the load as low as safely possible when traveling. Always look in the direction of travel, including looking behind you before backing up. Looking over your shoulder for short travel distances is fine, but for longer distances, you can turn in the compartment to travel tractor first. If your truck is equipped with a secondary control handle, stop the lift truck, release the primary control handle, turn in the compartment, and engage the twist-type secondary handle to travel in this direction. There may be obstacles, traffic, or pedestrians that could make the situation hazardous. For example, you could be working in an aisle where the first rack beam is located above the height of the truck tractor. In this situation, there is the possibility of backing into the rack beam and being pinned or crushed. That is why looking first and keeping the truck under control is so important. Knowing your work environment is important too. The environment where the lift truck is used may make it beneficial to add one or more options to enhance the safe use of the vehicle. For example, rear vertical posts or an extended backrest may be helpful where a lift truck, driven improperly, could end up under a rack beam. In other environments, these options may increase the overall risk. Warning lights may be useful in high-noise environments. Your lift truck is just one part of your material handling system. Your truck must be properly configured to your operating environment. Information on many application-specific features is available from your Raymond dealer. Consistent with the guidance provided in OSHA's SHIB, where the environment cannot or will not be modified to aid a first-level rack beam that interfaces with the truck frame or overhead guard, customers may consider adding a vertical post. Training in the safe operation of your new Raymond lift truck is necessary to maintain a workplace that's free from accident and injury. A thorough understanding of the features and the functions of the lift truck is essential to its proper use. For more information regarding the operation of your Raymond lift truck, including operator training specific to your Raymond model, please contact your Raymond dealer. To pick up a load, approach the pallet squarely. Make sure the forks are level, then extend the reach mechanism and enter the pallet smoothly. The forks should be completely under the load. Raise the load from the floor and retract the forks until the load is fully nested. Tilt the load back for added stability. Look for pedestrian and vehicle traffic, and when clear, proceed with care. To place a load, move forward slowly until the pallet is in position. Tilt the load until it is level. Then extend the reach mechanism and lower the pallet until it is firmly on the ground and the forks are free. Retract the forks from the pallet until they are clear. Raise the forks to clear the floor and make sure they are fully nested. Look for pedestrian and vehicle traffic before backing up. Now proceed with caution. If you are handling loads in a rack, Remember to look for overhead obstructions like sprinkler systems and lights. Lift the load just enough to clear the rack beam. If you lift too far, you may hit the rack above. Tilt the load back as necessary. Use care when maneuvering with the load elevated. Do not travel long distances with the load elevated. When a load is elevated, the truck is less stable and could tip over or lose part of the load. Watch for pedestrians when lowering the forks. Never allow anyone to walk or stand under or next to the elevated part of the lift truck. Deep reach operation, especially at higher levels, requires some additional techniques. First, level the forks near the floor or at eye level to minimize problems once you reach the high levels. Move close enough to the rack to gently rest the thickest part of the forks on the beam. Next, raise the forks just enough to clear the beam and drive slowly forward until you are within a couple of inches of the bottom shelf to ensure that the pallet is placed at the proper depth. Now, if you extend the reach mechanism all the way into the rack, you should be able to engage the back pallet with a minimum of difficulty. Tilt up and raise the load slightly to clear the rack. Then fully retract the reach mechanism. After you have looked behind you, back away from the rack location and fully lower the load before you travel to your next destination. If you operate the Model 7000 Series reach truck inside an over-the-road trailer, make sure the trailer wheels are chocked, the truck's brakes have been set, and any other dock-to-trailer safety devices are in operation or engaged. These important safety procedures will help prevent movement of the trailer during the loading or unloading process. Check the overhead clearance and the condition of the trailer floor. Both of these items are essential to your safe operation inside the trailer. The dock board must be fully lowered and securely in place. Maneuver slowly when entering or exiting the trailer, and always watch for pedestrians and vehicle traffic when exiting. When operating in a loading dock area, stay away from the dock edge as much as possible. Slow down in wet or slippery conditions that could affect the stability of the lift truck. On a stand-up end control rider vehicle, Raymond and OSHA direct that the safest action for the operator to take if the truck were to tip or go off a dock is to step off and move quickly away from the lift truck. There is a greater potential for serious injury if you attempt to stay with the truck rather than to get off and away quickly. You have seen the recommended practices for the safe operation of the Raymond Model 7000 Series reach truck. Follow these recommendations and the guidelines contained in the operator manual as you go about your work as a lift truck operator. This information is intended to help you perform a safe and efficient job with your Raymond lift truck.